In this video, we're going to talk about DeFi LLama. DeFi LLama has raised their bars in terms of showing our analytical data to everybody. They have been only showing total value locked and some few other metrics. Now they have expanded and they are showing much more data. They are number one in terms of on-chain data. Again, because they have added hacks, they have added fundraising, they have added fees, they have added protocol revenues. So they have added a lot of data into that portal. So at the moment, DeFi LLama is regaining their number one portal place in terms of information about protocols, decentralized protocols, and how they're doing. So if you add DeFi LLama and the token terminal, you are very well equipped for free to see main characteristics and main volumes and information about protocols in DeFi and in blockchain. So let's have a look. What's new? So first of all, we've got SEX transparency, CEX. So centralized exchanges, what they claim they have and what they really have. Some of them even have companies that audited them, like Coinbase, Kraken, Gate. So you can clearly see if those numbers are the same, that means the exchange has exactly as much as they claim. So you can see Huobi's number is different, Binance is a bit different, but most of them are close to the amount that they have claimed that they do actually have. Next option, which is quite interesting and new, is obviously fees. So fees generated by chain. If we have to check, and we go by 24-hour fees, so who's creating more fees, you'll have that order. So Ethereum, Binance Chain, Uniswap, Lido, Bitcoin, OpenCitron, GMX. We told you GMX is one of the most interesting protocols at the moment, especially now in the FTX collapse. A lot of people should move their trading activities on chain. So GMX is market cap is about few hundred million, about 400, maybe 300, and they are making in 24 hours about 384,000 on fees. On revenue, because next is revenue, they're making 115,000 a day revenue. So next one is Dodo. Dodo is a nice exchange that nobody really talks about, and so we recommend checking Dodo as well. And you can check a few others as well. So Curve is here, Aave. QuickSwap DEX is quite high, 16, and if you check, QuickSwap is really cheap at the moment. Good NFT marketplace, which is Luxray, quite interesting, number 17 in the world. Then you've got Optimism, MakerDAO, Solana, number 22, Arbitrum, just below Solana. Geist Finance, if you can see, number 28, and Geist Finance, I think it's only valued as 3 million. That's on Phantom. So really interesting, really interesting. SpookySwap is here as well. MUX derivatives, that one is also quite interesting. That's something similar to GMX, but much less, much smaller. Lyra, we were talking about Lyra. Lyra is quite high, and Lyra, those are options on-chain options. So a lot of information on just that one page on DeFi LLama. Next one, quite interesting. Obviously, hacks. So you can clearly see which protocol is hacked for how much. As you can see, at the end of 21 and especially 22, those are the largest years of hacks. And recently, supposed to be a hack, 450 million of FTX. Then the larger one of the largest hacks is Panda Rings, 22 million. 570 million, obviously, Binance Bridge, 160 Wintermute. Very nicely, cleanly shown recent hacks. And another one, very interesting, raises. So finally we have one place that we can check which protocol recently raised money and how much, from who, what that protocol does, and we can check the protocol, play around with it if you want to add it to portfolio or not. Super interesting, very good data. You can see recent raises. It's T3 RN, Onomi, Acros, Insert, Stonks, Carve, Tropy, Tidevest. So you can see the date, then you can see the amount raised, funding round, description of the protocol, lead investor, and current valuation. Chains that the protocol will be working on, and other investors involved. And obviously, if you click, you will have more details. Very useful if you're doing your research, you're looking for new protocols that you may be interested, or maybe join a testnet, play around to get some airdrops. That is fantastic news for you, having that website and having that so clearly for free shown by date. So really useful. Jumbo is one of the most interesting ones recently. Ramp, one of the bigger ones. Obviously, we're not only looking for an amount of money that they've raised. Lentra raised 60 million. ZK Sync raised 200 million. We did mention to you guys to play around with testnet for ZK Sync. You can still do that because they are planning to drop a lot of tokens to early community. I think it's about 2/3 of the whole token supply will be dropped to community. So if you are not doing testnets, you're not playing around on ZK Sync, you will have only yourself to blame that you did not receive probably one of the biggest airdrops in crypto history. So we highly recommend you become one of the active people on ZK Sync testnets and mainnet and everything. We did send you guys a link and from a video how to do it from few guys from Twitter, that they are actually showing you what to do, how to do it. So we highly recommend getting involved. And we can see some bridges, liquidations here, yields, borrow aggregator, and a few other options that you can check. So DeFi LLama, definitely a portal that you should, if not check every day, you should be checking very often. Get your information, update your analytical information, and just try to find those protocols that are doing best in the bear market, because in the future, if they will stay, they will not have new competitors. In the bull market, those protocols will be very nicely repriced to the upside. Thank you.